I'm Donna, and I'm from Gummy Doolittle. I wanted to do a little video today. I've been meaning to do this for quite some time, but time just kind of goes by. And so what I wanted to talk to you about today is I'm doing a follow-up of one of my other videos about my great-grandson's behavior. He's autistic and he's 7 years old. The first part of this video I'm going to do is going to be from some reactions that he has, and we don't know for sure if they were spider bites, ant bites, bugs, could have been mosquitoes, or could have been some type of a bee, a wasp, or something like that. The first time that Turtle had a reaction was he was about 3.5 years old, and he was going to school, and they called and asked me to come pick him up, and they said that his middle finger had started swelling and they weren't real sure what had happened. So when I picked him up, I thought, well, maybe he jammed his finger because he had been out on the playground. I wasn't really sure anything, so my granddaughter and I took him over to the urgent care, and the doctor took a look and everything. There was a little spot at the middle of his finger, but actually it was a piece of dirt. So the doctor did wipe it off, and what he did do at the urgent care is he gave him a couple of shots. One was for like a steroid shot, and then the other one, I'm not real sure if it was an antibiotic. I could have been something to do with pain. So he took and he drew on his hand, and he told us what to watch for and everything in case it was an insect bite, and that's what he was going to treat it for, not a jammed finger. So his little finger swelled up, and it did get a little bit more red, but nothing real serious. Then again, there was another time when he was at a different school, and he came home, and I set him up on the counter, and I took his shoes off and gave him a snack, and he went out to play and everything. And within about an hour, all of a sudden, I noticed that his little foot had just poof up, and it was so swollen, and it was red. Go ahead and take him to the urgent care, because it's very difficult to get an appointment for an emergency. And so we were very happy with our urgent care here that takes care of him. So we went over to the urgent care, and he said that it looked like some type of a sting. So he was thinking a wasp or something. So anyway, he got another couple of shots, one being the steroid and stuff, and he told us what to watch for and everything, and do a follow-up with the doctor, which we did. And the doctor was like, okay, everything looks really good, and we weren't happy with the doctor anyway. So then this had happened, we think, at school. Either we thought maybe an ant might have got inside his shoe or sock, but he also had a habit of taking his shoes off at school. Being autistic, sometimes that was just one of his things. He liked to take his shoes off, and he likes to twirl them and throw them up in the air and everything. And I know out on the playground they've caught him a couple of times with his shoes off. So anyway, not sure what had happened. Then there was another time, and this time it was at home. He had been out in the backyard walking around, and he had what looked like a little sting under the bottom of his foot, and because he had been barefooted, and so we at that time started putting shoes on him, or sandals, because there's those little bees that are on the blossom of the weeds, or we had other things like trumpet vines and stuff that had the flowers, and during the spring and in later in the summer they bloom twice a year. There's like thousands of bees. So anyway, then, and of course we took him to the doctor at that time, and we got his steroid shots and everything, and did a follow-up with the doctor. Then there was we did get all of these different times we did get a prescription for Benadryl to be given for any type of a bite or sting at school, not knowing what's going on. But as time went on, it seems like the swelling and the reaction was getting a lot worse. So then we were out in the summertime, and we were out by the swimming pool, and he has these adorable little elf ears, and he was out by the pool, and they're just kind of like little antenna, radars going on there, and it's like, okay, my ears. And my husband saw when a bee came down and actually stung him on top of his ear. Well, his ear, it was amazing how fast it swelled up and everything, and he kept going like this, and we had it on video, and I actually did do some research by looking at the video and everything, and it was very painful. It was very red. So we went back to the urgent care again, got his shots and everything and stuff, and he did get some medication for some pain because it was so close to his ears. It was very, very painful. And then, made sure that our Benadryl at the school was, they had plenty there. And he doesn't take liquid very well at all. Now I've got him to where he will chew the chewables, and he's 7 years old now, about 7.5. It took us a long time with this doctor, and you got to remember, a lot of this happened during the time of the COVID, to where you just didn't get doctor visits, and we had to do a lot of stuff online. And like I said, I wasn't happy with the doctor. So last year in the fall, we decided to change doctors, and I'm very, very happy with the doctor that we have. And what he did is he sent us to an allergist to where we could have some tests ran. And so the allergist gave us a prescription to go to the Valley Children's Hospital here and to get our blood work done. And of course, he doesn't do well at a doctor's visit, urgent care or anything, but he did do pretty good for this one. It wasn't too bad. So we got all of the blood work and everything done and everything. We went back to the allergist to do the doctor's appointment. Well, that report was not at the doctor's office. And he got on the line, tried to find out where it was at. They couldn't find it or anything. They thought maybe it had gotten lost, or they just didn't have enough blood draw to do that test, because they also did a test for the food and for the environment. So we got another prescription to take back to Valley Children's Hospital to where we could have his blood work done again. And this is taking a lot of time and stuff. So anyway, we finally got the test results back, and he has a high level allergy to bee venom. And there's 4 different bees that was on this list. One is the little honeybee, one is a wasp, a yellow jacket. I can't recall what the other one is. But we also, too, because we were so very concerned, and so as a school district nurse in his special needs class, that we were hoping to get an EpiPen. Now, the doctor prior to this doctor would not give us an EpiPen for no reason at all. He wouldn't even order the blood work. And it's like, okay, the communication was terrible. And we just didn't, know how to tell the doctor, wait, we got a problem. So that's when I said, goodbye, let's go find a new doctor. We're very, very happy with his doctor and everything. He does a lot of follow-up with everything. So we have an EpiPen, and I have his first aid kit all set up. It's at the back door on my kitchen counter, because when he goes out in the backyard, if he gets stung, then it's right there. It's on the counter. It's got his Benadryl. It's got the liquids. It's got the tablet. We have his emergency medical card in there. Our guardianship papers are in there. The forms that we got from the allergist that tells us what all he's allergic to. And in case he does get stung and it's life-threatening and we have to use the EpiPens, I have 2, and I have 2 EpiPens at school district. along with the Benadryl there. I have everything in the kit, so in case we have to call 911, I can pull this out and give them all the information I need because it's right there at hand. So we hope, and we definitely are keeping a close eye on Turtle when he's outside in the backyard. We actually are staying out there with him while he's out swinging. And last year in the summertime, kind of summer, yeah, it was in the summer. It was getting a little cooler in the fall, actually. We cut down 2 of the huge trumpets that was at the end of our porch by our bedroom. 1 because of the dust and the allergies, and 2 because of the amount of bees, I guess they're called the little honeybees, that are attracted to the flowers. And so that's all cut down, that's all gone, don't need it no more. We're putting up new shading, and we're doing some work with that this coming summer. Where the swing is, I do have a couple of very small trumpets there, and I keep those trimmed, and when the flowers start blooming and everything, it's short enough to where I just, only have so many blossoms, or I should say blooms, on the back side, which is in our neighbor's yard, and I keep as much trimmed off as possible. So we just definitely know what's going to be happening. If he does get stung, we have all the safety measures in hand and everything and stuff. I have those 2 bushes. They're a little bit different type of a trumpet, and the reason why is because the neighbor cut down the trees, so we have full sun in our yard, and we were trying to have some type of a shade block where the fence was at. A little bit of update as time goes on, and we hope that he doesn't have anything serious, but we definitely feel more at ease, and we're very happy with all of the things that we've accomplished. We'll be doing another video, some of the other results that we found out from having his allergy test run. Have a great day.